good batting. Enjoying watching Bertel's resurgence and exactly what we were hoping we would see from him. 4 overs have been bowled. It's 37 for none.
With 4 half-centuries in 5 games.
Yeah, I remember that vividly. One of those was thanks to a Vivian Kingman no ball. If you have that do, Kingman just returned to the team. Here comes Sufyan Mahmood, who'll probably be the proudest man from Oman in the entire country. He's a star himself on social media. 2 million followers on Instagram, this man. Much loved across the Sultanate. And he comes in with his little medium pacers, will bowl a lot of leg cutters, take the pace off. Not an easy art to do, but with the keeper up to the stumps, he has a game plan. He'll kind of look for either of the two batters to make a mistake and falter.
This is kind of a bowler that can be effective in his wicket. The wicket is flat, no much of a cross in it, and playing very well. You could see that in the afternoon game during posting the highest total of the event. 225.
Driven straight to the cover point fielder, does well. Yeah, this is a good move from Jatinder Singh, getting the pace off the ball, and you could see that Bertel and Sheikh were enjoying the pace on from Faisal Shah, and then even though he's a spinner, there is always pace on, isn't there, from Shakil Ahmed, because he darts it in so rapidly. Sufyan Mahmood will do the opposite, much longer run-up. Shakil Ahmed, but everything will come down much slower. Apart from the occasional fully on pace delivery. Good piece of fielding by the great man Mohammed Nadeem. What was TB feeling, thinking about going back to the T20 World Cup? That this was never on his radar. He'd retired, he was coaching, until he was, in essence, told, we need you back.
43-year-old young Mohammed Nadeem looks so fit.
And could it be a last world event for him if will he maybe be thinking of one last 50 over? He's a very good 50 over player, of course, as well. You think about his batting and his bowling. Helped away into the leg side. Strikes it pretty well, but won't get to the rope. But as we've so often seen throughout this tournament, Nepal's running between the wickets, and their fielding has been nothing short of sensational. In the talk of the tournament, Dipender Singh Airi with 4 consecutive direct hit run-outs in 4 games. And again, we'll be in for a treat in the second innings, seeing as to exactly how Oman try to counteract that.
The last ball, Hamad Mirza doing a good job in the outfield, sliding to his left, stopping the ball. Saved 2 runs for his team.
Carted away. Well, there's almost a bit of swagger in that stroke, and the follow-up from Asif Sheikh. Stood there, picked the leg cutter, and just smashed it for 4.
He just waited for the ball to come to him. You can see that. Just wait for the ball. That was a leg cutter. And plays it over the infield and extra cover for the boundary. Even though he plays over the infield, he looks so elegant.
Can't beat the man this time, so Sufyan Mahmood gets out of that over with only 7 on it. From it, it's 44 for none.
Johnny Energy 8. Energy भनेकै Red Bull.
Skylab, home appliances.
गजब को हीरो अब 120 ग्राम 20% एक्स्ट्रा पाउँछन् 50 मा गजब को हीरो बब्बाल हीरो छ
देश प्रिमियर लिगको प्रत्यक्ष प्रसारण केवल क्यापिटल म्याक्स एचडी र क्यापिटल म्याक्सको एपमा हेर्न नछुटाउनुहोला।
Be supplemented by 3 more turf pitches. Is a very late change. Mohamed Nadeem had the ball and was ready to bowl. Now remember, we've got our timer in operation here. 57 seconds on the clock. Will this be the first warning? Entitled to 2 warnings. The third one will account for a 5-run penalty. Keep your eyes on the umpire here. I think it is going to be the first warning, Paresh. We'll try and get that updated for you. Going to be left arm spin. In the shape of Nadeem Khan, who was here with the bat the other day for Oman. What an innings that was.
Yes, it was. That is why he was declared the player of the match against UAE. Cut away into the gap. Very good placement by Kushal Patel. Yet another boundary for him.
Loves a cut shot, doesn't he? It's one of his favourite strokes, and been really impressed by this young Nadeem Khan. I think they've uncovered a very talented young bowler. Not a lot wrong with the delivery. Really hasn't missed by much, but it's just manipulation of the ball into an area that he enjoys and he likes, and finds a way to squeeze that between a packed area in the offside for 4. Now he comes down the track, doesn't get to the pitch. Good bowling again. Intently watching Kushal Patel.
Just bowling back up the length, seeing that Patel coming down the track. He just shortened his length. Patel trying to heave that over mid wicket, but getting the inner half of the bat straight to the fielder.
Again, cut but can't pierce the infield. Always an important over the 6th, and big show of faith from Jatinder Singh and Nadeem Khan to bowl it.
This has been a good start by Nepal, 48 for no loss.
Down the ground, not quite out of the middle, but good enough to get 4. Don't know if he was looking to hit it in that direction. Might have been a little bit fortunate, but the 50 comes up in some style. Getting good reward for positive intent here as Kushal Patel's excellent tournament continues.
That was flat batted straight over the bowler's head. Good diving effort by the fielder there, but couldn't stop it.
Already the best power play of the tournament for Nepal, who are finally finding some real joy here in the first 6 overs, which hasn't been frequent. Even in the games they've been winning, they haven't been off to flying starts. Goes past the 45 for 1 that they made against Japan, and they'll finish with 53 unbroken, and the power play definitely belongs to the side that won the toss and chose to bat first. That's Nepal. It's 53 for none.
Lakshya Energy 8. Energy भनेकै Red Bull.
अब होटल बुकिङ पनि सेवाबाट
प्राइम बिलेटबाट बनेको हरेक निर्माणको मेरुदण्ड पञ्चकन्या स्टिल MIT, an internationally recognized degree, Baghdad, Kathmandu.
Panchakanya bathroom, luxury made affordable.
Flat down the ground for yet another boundary. Power play belongs to Nepal.
Mahmood will continue. As they'll pick up a single. Well, we were calling him the Butwell boss for a while, weren't we? Kushal Patel, born down in Rupenda. Cricketers from down in that sort of Terai region, aren't they, in Nepal? Is the Butwell boss back with a bang?
He is definitely back because he's already scored a 50 in this event. Couple of good innings as well. He all started for him when he played the last game against West Indies. He scored 39.5.
Really good that evening, didn't he? He was so unlucky to be given outs.
the understanding between these two is so good. They had to come in together and just talk about the running between the wickets.
There'll be a lot of pride across Nepal this evening. Paresh, this is a kind of a celebratory game as opposed to a nervy one. Both sides qualified. Asif Sheikh, I know his brother Arif hasn't played, but the two boys from Birgunj. You think about the nation there in Nepal, from the Himal region all the way down through the Pahad region down to the Terai, beautiful slim country, all the way out in the far west from Sudarpasheen, all the way out to the far east. There isn't many parts of it that aren't touched by this journey of Nepal's cricketers, the impact they're having for the country. What will the reaction be this evening, tonight, across Kathmandu and Bhaktapur, Birgunj, Janakpur, Butwal, beautiful Ilam, down to Bhairawa, Manang, Nepal Gunj? What's everyone going to be thinking this evening?
I've seen in the social media that big screens have been kept in restaurants or hotels. Everyone watching the game, they will celebrate, no doubt, today evening.
It's going to be like a party tonight, I suspect, across Nepal, isn't it? Some of the reactions as well that we've seen have just been phenomenal. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos, and they haven't just been in Nepal, have they? They've been all over the world. People breaking in players. Sophia Mahmood just gets a warning for running right down the pitch. Farmers ploughing their fields with animals whilst watching the Kantapur feed on the television.
Yes, and even though Oman
the differential. So confirmation occurred in, well, the least dramatic fashion possible, the most un-Nepali style possible, you might say, as we'll continue. How do you think both of these sides will go at that T20 World Cup next year? Nepal pushed, well, South Africa to the absolute brink, Bangladesh right to the edge. They lost a game to the Netherlands. It was a really thrilling one too in Texas. For Oman, they had that brilliant super over game against Namibia. Got him, bowled him, and Asif Sheikh tried to give himself room, but the middle stump is dropped back, and Oman have broken this opening partnership.
we don't see quite often Asif Sheikh playing this kind of shot, giving himself room, try to get the gap on the offside behind square, giving himself room, completely beaten by the pace of the delivery. It was slightly slow through the air. He has to depart. A good opening stand coming to an end. Very good bowling by Nadeem Khan. He has to depart for 24 of 20. Nepal 61 for 1.
नेपाल टॉप को विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टॉप सब ठिकठाक
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल
अब होटल बुकिङ पनि सेवाबाट
Roel Paudel, the captain to the crease. He'll come in at number 3. Critical 50 that he made in the last game, his first of 2025. Probably the best we've seen him play this year in this format. Was just talking to you, Paresh, about how the sides will go. Oman pushed Australia really hard in the Caribbean, but then they had a very heavy defeat against England, all out for 30 odd. Do you think these two sides, as Bertel just gets home, can be competitive? Do you think they can win games against the Test Nations?
It's all about the surface. You'll get good surfaces in India playing this format. Good running between the wickets by Bertel.
I think there probably will be belief within the Nepal squad, having now beaten the West Indies for the first time. An awful lot of that defeat to South Africa was that they'd just never been in a position like that before. Didn't quite know how to react. I think one of the win predictors had them up over 95%, 97% favourites at one stage in that chase. Oh, he's got him, and he's got him around his legs. A shade of Shakil Ahmed to that one. They've uncovered a gem here. Have Oman in the shape of the youngster Nadeem Khan. Did it with the bat in the last game, doing it with the ball now. And Paudel's got to go for just one.
This is excellent bowling, excellent over by Nadeem Khan. 2 wickets in this over. Roy Paudel exposing his stumps. Wanted to ramp that behind, but the leg stump coming off the groove there. He has to depart of 1. Nepal, 6-3 for 2.
नेपाल टॉप को विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टॉप सब ठिकठाक
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल बेबे यो चीज बल लगाउनु
Hah? Lu cheese balls छैन 2 PM cheese balls हो के
यो भन्नुभयो के उहाँले 2 PM चीज बल्स बिगमा तपाईको छिमेकी लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल Asian Paints Ultimate Product Shine. यसमा रहेको UV hybrid टेक्नोलोजीले घाम, पानी, धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्ष सुरक्षा र रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार वर्ष
Shakil Ahmed returns to the attack for his third. 2 left-arm spinners bowling in tandem. Surely this is the tailor-made custom situation as to why you want Kushal Malla on your side.
Yeah, left arm orthodox bowling, and why don't you get your left arm batsman to counter-attack the bowlers?
I would have thought that this is, whilst Malla's had a few struggles against maybe express pace and people who come in and bump him, left-arm spin is it's his breakfast, lunch and dinner. Instead, they've maybe sent Irie in just to accumulate some runs. I think this is a strange call. We've seen a few slightly strange ones, haven't we? We couldn't understand Sundeep Jur all the way down at number 8. We couldn't understand why Gulshan Jha was held so far back in the last game. There's always a flexibility with the order. And rightly so, because there are so many different combinations and permutations and factors that come into play. But it's this exact scenario right now, despite the 2 quick wickets, not tailor-made for Kushal Malla.
He should have been sent at number 4 to counter-attack the left arm orthodox. Shakil Ahmed a bit expensive today. Kushal Bertel had a good liking. Easily done by Bertel down the ground. Dipender Singh is looking for the second.
This always happens, Paresh. Whenever I name a few places, I get a message. Well, sir, you haven't said Thuratham or Sulakuma or Dolpa or Mugu or Makwinpur. I can't name all 77 on air. I'm sorry. I will try to get a mention in for everyone. Shows how many people are watching all around the world. If you do want to get in touch, use that hashtag T20 World Cup. and we will try and read out your messages. Any questions for Paresh? His last night with us, won't be with us the last 2 nights, as there's only 2 games each day. You can get those directly to me at Cricket Badge, and we'll read those questions out. Where we have an opportunity is Irie takes on Jatinder Singh and needed to get going, and he's so quick he'll think about the second. Good fielding from Singh. Make for an interesting replay this. 9 have been bowled, 67 for 2. Well, he is rapid, Paresh. What do you have got home?
Skyward, Home Appliances.
गजब को हीरो अब 120 ग्राम 20% एक्स्ट्रा तौलसँगै रु 50 मा गजब को हीरो बबाल हीरो छ
अब होटल बुकिङ पनि यी सेवाबाट
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
The captain of Oman, always been a good fielder. That's why he's in that important position there at extra cover. Khan will come in and bowl his 3rd now. Oh, that's beautifully bowled. It's gone. And Nadeem Khan is on fire. He's changing this game. He's swinging it the way of the hosts. The promotion of Irie up the order to number 5 doesn't work. It is number 4. He was in. He's gone now. And Irie, well, he has to take the long walk back. This was plumb. Trapped LBW right in front.
Excellent bowling by Nadeem Khan. Slightly slow through the air. Misses it completely. There was a hint of a turn. That is why Dipender Singh Irie was deceived. Plumb in front.
Well, I've liked the look of him ever since I've seen him. He's got a classical action. Nepal, after such a good start, have got themselves in a horrible tangle. It's a Nadeem Khan inspired comeback. How well has he bowled? He's got 3 for...
नेपाल टॉप को विकल्प छैन। आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टॉप सब ठिकठाक।
लक्ष्य अनेक, एनर्जी 1, एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल। यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह। 100% प्योर सनफ्लावरबाट बनेको धारा हेल्थ रिफाइन्ड सनफ्लावर ओइल। यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला। यति कार्पेट, कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
Game.
Now it is Mala. It feels like a big night for the young man. Under a bit of pressure. I think the team and in general old support staff do very well to ignore the noise, don't they, on social media? It's the biggest benefit that the team have as the 12th player, but also with all of the additional interest and exposure and fanaticism comes occasionally a little bit of criticism and some nonsense. On more than one occasion, he spoke about Goshen Jazz vilification after Nepal came up just short by 1 run, completely unfair, and will always be on the record of saying that. And right now, it's Kushal Malla who's feeling the ire of the Nepal fans, and a few few posts pointing out his lack of runs. He's got a really poor record, particularly at this ground. Don't know what it is about Muscat. Maybe they're not the biggest boundaries in the world, but certainly very fair boundaries all the way around. And the pitches often can be conducive to spin, so it can be tricky to score on at points. But tonight feels like a big night for him. He's got that ODI century, of course, against Oman. Came in the ACC Premier at the TU ground. Can he reward the faith that Stuart Law and all of the coaching staff, Guy Mala, Nick Pothas et al., have shown in him?
He's shown confidence in today's innings. Came out a run of all 2 runs for him. Just played straight.
I saw a big change in him last year when he was given the captaincy. There's 8 players selected as the sort of the marquee players who were given the honour of captaining one of the MPL franchises. And he certainly took like that to a duck to water. 10 bowled, 73 for 3.
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 1 एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल MIT, an internationally recognized degree, Bagh Bazaar, Kathmandu. English Premier League को प्रत्यक्ष प्रसारण केवल कान्तिपुर मैक्स HD र कान्तिपुर मैक्स को एपमा हेर्न नछुटाउनुहोला.
Spinner who has had the most phenomenal 2 years. Only debuted back in 2023. Came to international cricket quite late in his career. He's rarely been wicketless. This evening, Bertel in particular has played him very nicely. But what does Mala do? Is Mala going to have a go against him knowing it's his final over, or is he happy to just help rebuild for this 4th wicket partnership?
Whenever he gets in his range, in his zone, he will definitely go for it, Kushal Malla. One glimpse we saw against Qatar, the 6 that he scored. It was a brilliant cotton bowled by the bowler when he tried to play an aggressive shot against the left arm.
A bit unlucky in that last game, wasn't he? What a catch. That was. But he'd just been given a life. He's given a life, then he kind of hit one in fury down the ground for 6, which is the area that he loves, long on to sort of Kent corner region or deep mid-wicket. What's his approach going to be here? Happy just to work it around for a few singles. We spoke earlier in his career, Paresh, didn't we, a lot about trying to get him to count to 10, because it tends to be when he gets in against the pace of the surface, because he can hit so incredibly well down the ground, he can get that strike rate moving. Probably, does he get the biggest ball in the team? Him and Goshen Jah?
Yes, most probably both the left-handers, they can hit the big ball.
Very, very round arm, that one. Good fielding. Won't get the second. It's another thing that Oman have been rejuvenated in. They are still carrying a few slightly older players, Ahmed himself, Mohammed Nadeem and Amir Kaleem, but a bit of youth has come in. Aryan Bisht alongside Nadeem Khan. Young guys, fit guys, very athletic. Vinayak Shukla is a very good keeper. They look much better in the 3rd discipline, perhaps, than they were 2 years ago.
Youngsters coming in for Oman, a good platform, a good program that Oman Cricket has. Beautiful facilities here, Oman Cricket Academy, 2 ovals, side by side.
Landmark for Kushal Malla. That will be his 1000th T20I run. He'll get back with a couple, very well run. He becomes the 5th batter to get to that landmark. Has the 1 century to his name, 4 50s. He'd love to add to that this evening. And of those batters who've got to 1000 T20I runs or more for Nepal, he's got the highest strike rate of the lot. So a nice little landmark for him, despite not having the best tournament.
He would like to have this game as a good one in this tournament.
Well, there he goes. It is trademark Malla. Doesn't quite get it out of the screws, but he'll pick up 2 more. I just wonder, will Jatinder Singh maybe be tempted not to turn to Amir Kaleem? It'll round out Shakil Ahmed's spell. He's bowled 4 overs, none for 33 for him. It's 80 for 3.
100% pure sunflower butter बनेको धारा हेल्थ रिफाइन्ड sunflower oil.
गजबको पिरो अब 120 ग्राम 20% एक्स्ट्रा तौलसँगै रु 50 मा गजबको पिरो बबाल पिरो छ।
होटल बुकिङ पनि सेवाबाट
Sides in the competition. As Nadeem Khan will bowl his 4 on the bounce. Jatinder Singh, well, he's somewhat showing his hand here, and that's only 4 different bowlers used. Where's he going to turn next? You'd imagine Aryan Biss will have to come into the game, but then of course he's got Jitin Kumar Ramanandi as well.
He might well go with the Ramanandi because of the experience that he has. Aryan Biss is an off spinner, can come in next for the left-hander.
Khan's range of delivery speeds with no real change in action, very impressive. That one was much flatter, much quicker. Mala unlucky. Yard either side of Singh, that would have been 4.
That was over-pitched but hit straight to the fielder. Jatinder Singh, the captain of Oman.
There goes Mala. Now, has he got enough of it? I don't think so. And it's taken. The matchup was in Mala's favour, but Khan is having a night to remember. 24 years of age. He is bursting onto the international scene in this tournament. 4 for 20 for him as Mala misses out once more.
This is very good bowling by Nadeem Khan. Just bowling at a bit back of the length. Mala tried to go over the top but couldn't time it. Easy catch for the fielder at long on.
I think it was there to be hit. Just Mala hasn't got the connection he would have wanted. He's gone for 7. 81 for 4 now, Nepal.
नेपाल टॉप को विकल्प छैन। आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टॉप सब ठीकठाक।
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल बेबे यो चीज बल लगाउनु लाग्यो
हे यो चीज बल छैन 2 PM चीज बल छ के
यो भन्नुभयो के उहाँले
2 PM चीज बल यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडी यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सनु होला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह
Very bright future, full of confidence from that player of the match performance, that 30 not out that will really hold UAE over the line. Excuse me, hold Oman over the line against UAE in that final over. Chasing a very low total, made 30 not outs, including hitting the match winning runs. He's thinking of a 5 for now. Adil Alam comes to the crease and this one barely beats the outside edge. Great bowling again.
Very clever Nadeem Khan. Bowling it outside the off stump. Ball wishing and turning.
Yeah, Khan born in Pakistan, in Mardan, just outside the valley of Peshawar. Slip comes in. What an achievement it would be to get a first 5-wicket haul in international cricket. Not to be, but another great delivery. Outstanding spell. Really impressed with Nadeem Khan. He's got 4 for 20. All 4 wickets to fall belong to that man, but now he's bowled out. It's 81 for 4.
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल
स्वदेश तथा विदेशमा आर्जन गर्ने शिक्षाको सम्पूर्ण खर्चको जिम्मेवारी लिन्छ आइएमई लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्सले।
आइएमई लाइफ बाल किरण जीवन बीमा योजना
अब होटल बुकिङ पनि सेवाबाट
यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडी यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सनु होला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह।
Certainly He's been the pick of the bowlers, full of confidence after that great innings against the UAE that, in essence, has ended up qualifying Oman for the World Cup. It's been the difference. Imagine they lost that game, how different the table would look right now. It will be Jiten Kumar Ramanandi. He'll be full of cutters and slower balls and a big mix of everything. And he too has been very effective. He's tended to be used in this role, which, well, in the modern T20I game, is there a more difficult role than this one? Come on in the 13th or the 14th over and bowl your last 4 on the bounce.
That is what we've seen. Patirana used to bowl in that similar manner playing against Chennai Super Kings.
Yeah, I do think it's the most difficult role in T20I cricket. In some ways, bowling your 4 on the bounce at the top is actually easier despite the fielding restrictions. But he seems to thrive under that pressure, likes bowling at the death. Good call. Bertel was always getting there, and as a consequence, Adil Alam gets home very comfortably. Nothing that either the keeper or the bowler could do there. Singles won't hurt Oman either. For Nepal, the jubilation, the exultation of being qualified for the World Cup, it has to be tempered with the fact that they haven't been at their best in this tournament.
Yes, each and every game they have struggled in the first 10 overs while bowling and even in batting. Thanks to the fielding and the bowling after 10 overs.
It's really been the fielding for me that's kept them in this tournament, kept them unbeaten. You look at all 4 matches, the 2 in the group stages, well, they were in all sorts of bother against Kuwait with the bat. Okay, yes, Kushal Patel played very nicely for his 66, dismissed off the penultimate delivery. But if it wasn't for Gulshan Jazz 20 off 5, it was 3 sixes he hit in 5 deliveries, I'm not sure they would have won that game, even though they bowled very well to restrict Kuwait to 83 all out. Then against Japan were very well set at 97 for 1 for a 160, 170 total. Adil Alam has a big yahoo at that one, gets nowhere near it. And then, well, we've seen the headlines created by the 2 Super 6 games. I'm not quite sure how they won the one against UAE, defending 140. But then the game against Qatar, I said they should have lost it 9 times out of 10. They probably should have lost it 98 times out of 100. And even Robert Powell in the post-match said, I've no idea how we won that match.
Qatar was going really good till the 10th over when Sandeep Lamichhane came into ball. That is the time it all turned.
Yeah, the googly, wasn't it? To the left-hander. This one's flicked into the leg side. Pretty stylishly played. Will just be a single, though, from Mohammad Adil Alam. Lamichhane's brilliance won Nepal that game. It was that simple. But also there needs to be a little asterisk next to it because Asif Sheikh's glove work, without that, even then they might have come up short.
It all started by Sandeep Lamichhane and then back-to-back runouts, direct hits by Dipendra Zinari and Mohammad Adil Alam. That changed the course of the game.
It's amazing. Oman's journey then has been, well, maybe a little simpler to being unbeaten, but even they have been pressed in 2 or 3 of their 4 matches. It's been such a good tournament. It really has. Another marvellous advert, tremendous advert for the associate game, the importance of it. And we have our 18th and 19th qualifiers for the T20 World Cup. You're watching them live from here in Muscat with 13 bowled, 86 for 4.
Skywalk, Home Appliances.
गजब को हीरो अब 120 ग्राम 20% एक्स्ट्रा तौलसँगै रु 50 मा गजब को हीरो बबाल हीरो छ
Can't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
अब होटल बुकिङ पनि सेवाबाट
It's funny how certain players of certain grounds they just struggle at, and this is one for Kushal Malla. I think his highest score in his career here is 35. Now, Amir Khalil will come in with Left arm orthodox misfield from Jatinder Singh will allow a 50 for Kushal Bertel. It's his second 50 of the competition, a 13th T20I 50 altogether. Well, he's played beautifully. He's lost a few colleagues around him, but he gets to the landmark of 38 deliveries. Well batted.
It's good batting. This is second 50 for Bertel. Started off playing shots against Shakil Ahmed in the power play.
Good running, aggressive running, positive running, but a very good call. That was all thanks to Bertel. Yeah, scores of 66, 21, 28. Just the one failure. That was against Qatar where he made 6. But Bertel at the top. Well, there probably isn't, alongside Mohammed Wasim for the UAE, there probably isn't a more important fulcrum, maybe Jatinder Singh too for Oman. Those kind of players, you need them in good touch. Get you off to a good start in the power play. And then continue outside of it. Very nicely hit through the offside. I think that fielding disc is going to cost Kushal Bertel 4. It really slowed down, didn't it? They could hit the white fielding disc after it beat Jatinder Singh. As a consequence, diving stop keeps it to 2.
Excellent work done there by the fielder at extra cover, deep extra cover.
Right on the money this time, but again, good positive running. Mohammed Nadeem is never going to be able to stop the single there. It's Alishan Sharafu that's on top of the run scoring charts. He's got 239 runs. Kushal Bertel has just got into second with this innings, as the wide is signalled down the leg side, and I'm not sure anyone's going to catch the captain of Qatar. He's got 14 wickets at the top of the table. Mirza Mohammed Beg, although Sandeep Lamachani in second will be eyeing up more magic and mystery and penetration with his leg spin in this evening's contest. Best 2 economy rates of the tournament, Paresh. Might not surprise you. 2 left-arm spinners, both for Oman. Nadeem Khan going at just 4.21 per over. Shakil Ahmed just a little more than that.
Yes, the 2 brilliant bowlers from Oman, the left-arm orthodox, different style, different variations. Punched down the ground by Bertel for a single.
Still no sign of Gulshan Jah for this Nepal side. 14 bowled runs from every ball in that over. It's 94 for 4.
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भनेकै रेड बल
अब होटल बुकिङ पनि यी सेवाबाट
वंशकन्या एसएस ट्याग 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित विवेक यो चीज बोल लोगो नहीं
हे यो चीज बोल छैन 2 PM चीज बोल छ के
यो भन्नुभयो के उहाँले
2 PM चीज बोल्स
From bowling with Shakil Ahmed, there clearly is some inspiration and some significant learnings from his more elder left-arm spinner, as Ramanandi will continue. When you look at the leading levels of the associate game as they dash a single, left-arm spin is vital. It's almost a cheat code, particularly in Cricket World Cup League 2.
Yeah, associate countries playing the League 2, that 8 countries associated with it.
You look at the most economical bowlers, often the most penetrative bowlers, they tend to be left-arm spinners. Probably the exception to that rule has been the likes of Sandeep Lamachani, just purely due to his individual excellence, becoming the first ever Nepali bowler to get past 250 wickets across ODIs and T20Is a couple of nights ago. That player of the match performance pulled powerfully into the leg side, but Adil Alam has just struggled to touch out there. Again, would you rather have seen Gulshan Jah at 6?
That is what we always talk about. Gulshan Jah is in a very good nick. He can strike the ball hard. He's done that before in earlier matches. 20 of 5 against Kuwait, 16 of 8 against Qatar the other night.
bit stylish actually. Bertel's been in complete control, hasn't he, of his innings thus far. You think without Bertel's runs in this competition and Gulshan Jazz impacts with the bat, Powdell the runs in the last game, they'd have been in real trouble.
Yes, they have, because Kushal Malla is not amongst the runs, and Sundeep Zora also, he was not picked in the first playing 11 today. Lokesh Bum getting an opportunity.
Another over hit, wasn't it? He's losing his shape. He's trying to muscle the ball. You have to remember, for Mohamed Adil Alam, very difficult. He did have the benefit of that A tour down to India, where he credited that with helping force his way back into the national side. But he just hasn't played a lot of cricket for reasons that are very well publicised.
Yeah, he's been out of not only Nepal cricket, but cricket on the whole.
Completely, and yeah, you're spot on. That's the big difference, isn't it? Not like he's even been playing club stuff. Again, another ball he's trying to hit far too hard. Needs to recognise the match situation here. 4 off 10 is really hurting Nepal. It's hurting Kushal Bertel. It's piling pressure on him at the other end. Excellent bowling from Ramanandi.
Angling the ball away from the right-hander using those cutters. Ramanandi. This is the 15th over and he's given only 3 runs of the first 5 balls. Kushal Bertel rightly so going down and having a chat with Mohammad Adil Alam.
Tries to go again, gets it this time, but hits it straight to the hands of Amir Kaleem, who puts it down. Not an easy chance for the veteran, but one he'll have backed himself to take. It bursts out of his hands, he gets applause from his teammates, but it races for 4. Big moment in the match.
Again, bowling away from the right-hander. Diving effort by the veteran there, but couldn't catch it. Ball going to the boundary on 1 bounce. Full dive to his right, but couldn't hold on to it. Good effort though. After 15, Nepal are 1-0-1 for 4.
100% pure sunflower butter Banico. Dhara Health Refined Sunflower Oil. Asian Paints Ultima Protect Shine. यसमा रहेको UV hybrid technology काम पानी धुलोबाट दिन्छ वर्ष सुरक्षा घर रहन्छ सधैँ शाइनदार घर वर्षौं वर्ष MIT, an internationally recognized degree, Bagbazar, Kathmandu.
English Premier League को प्रत्यक्ष प्रसारण केवल कान्तिपुर मैक्स HD र कान्तिपुर मैक्स को एपमा हेर्न
Bertel cuts that away, one of his favourite shots, and it races across the outfield to accumulate 4 more runs for Nepal. Bertel batting on a different plane really to the rest of his teammates and standing up once more for the nation of Nepal.
Just gives a bit of room to himself. Just jumps outside the leg stump and cuts it behind square on the offside.
Good way to start Shah Faisal's return over as well. Interesting field, everyone spread on the leg side. Fine leg in the circle, he's the only one that is so Bertel can just work it in there for 1 or 2 guaranteed. Instead he tries to find 4 more, he does. Precision batting right out towards his teammates, where Asif Sheikh cheers on heartily. We're witnessing a gem of a knock here from Bertel, keeping Nepal alive in this contest.
Again, just shifting his gears towards the leg stump, giving himself room. Just placed it in between the fielders, short third and backward point.
Where have all these fans come from? When I walked up from the toss, there was maybe 30 or 40 people here. It's more like 300 or 400 now. We're just above that Omantel sign there, and all of a sudden the grandstand is rocking, and there's a raucous atmosphere Everyone wants to be here on the night that Nepal celebrate their qualification, as do Oman, of course. But I think the Oman fans are being significantly outnumbered by those in the blue and red of Nepal. And some pressure really being applied to Shah Faisal right now. Changing the field, so deep backward point's gone back, and that will save the boundary. I'll keep it to a couple, but Bertel will keep the strike. It means square leg is up in the circle. There is an option for Bertel to shuffle across and try and expose that.
That is why the left-hander is bowling away from the right-hander, angling the ball away. That is why the offside field is going to come to play. There is a deep backward point in place and a sweeper cover on the offside along with the long off fielder.
A really good atmosphere building up. These two sides always tend to play out classic encounters. We've spoken about that famous Super Over 2 years ago in Kathmandu where Oman were triumphant. Slower ball, much slower. Complete change in arm action to go with it. But Bertel deals with it nicely, gets a single. What's Adil Alam going to do here now, Paresh? Because he is under pressure.
I think he has to go after the bowling. Don't do much, just look at the ball, swing the bat. The field changes for Alam. The backward point comes inside 30-yard circle, and the square leg goes out.
Carted down the ground. Adil Alam, with that half chance that he was given, looks desperate to make use of that life. He gets warm applause from Bertel. This partnership starting to build up nicely. Very expensive return of Shah Faisal. 3 boundaries in the over already.
It was a slower ball, an off cutter bowled by Faisal. Just waited for it and then slashed it over the cover fielder for a boundary.
He's tended to be very economical in his T20I career thus far. Only exception really was that run for 45 against the UAE in the Asia Cup. Still just his 10th international match. There's so many of this Oman team that are new and fresh to international cricket, but his career economy rate under 7. Nepal really putting him to the sword though. He's been the one they've targeted. Short ball, top edge, gonna fly all the way for another boundary, 4 more. Thirds up in the circle, not the right length to be honest with that field. And yes, Adil Alam gets a bit fortunate to find the edge, but this grandstand, it's actually moving now with the noise from the Nepal fans. 4 more.
It was a pace-on delivery by Shah Faisal. A good, accurate short ball away from the right-hander.
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 1 एनर्जी भनेकै one ball
पुस्तालाई मायाले जोड्ने जिन्दगीलाई अर्डिनेरीबाट एक्स्ट्रा अर्डिनेरी बनाउने सधैँ केएफसी
Remember, it was Bahrain that Oman had to beat in one semi-final, whereas Nepal got past UAE in the El Clasico across at Mulpani. 184, played 184. They could only be separated by a super over. Oman were triumphant and got the silverware. Sufyan Mahmood will return to the attack, and he's right on the money to start with. He's an underrated cricketer, isn't he, Sufyan Mahmood? He looks a little innocuous with his bowling because he's only medium pace, but he knows his game really well, a very effective campaigner.
Very accurate as well. He rolls his finger toward the ball, bowls that variation of cutters, leg cutters, back of the length deliveries, pace off, hitting the deck.
That's the shot that Adil Alam has to change. He's trying to overhit. He has raw natural power. Remember, he used to play the helicopter shot back in the day as well. But he just needs a slightly more stable base and to hold that stroke before he makes contact.
The last boundary he scored off was it was a slower ball hanging away. He waited for the ball and then slashed it. That is what he should do. He just has to wait because Mahmood is not bowling pace on deliveries. He's bowling cutters.
Lots of leg cutters in particular. But this time it goes a mile into the sky. Jatinder Singh is the fielder who runs around and holds on to an excellent catch and goes with his trademark celebration up to the Oman Cricket Academy pavilion where a lot of the Oman fans are. Real fan favourite here, Oman strike back. Sufyan Mahmood's really deserved that. It's such a skill, such an art to bowl at that kind of pace. Again, it's the leg cutter. Adil Alam, well, he might have hit it 70 or 80 metres high, but wonderful catch out of the dark night sky by Jatinder Singh.
Exceptional catch by the captain. Oman getting back again into the game when the partnership was building. Adil Alam just not watching the ball properly, has to depart for 16, 3-4s in that 16.
नेपाल टॉप को विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टॉप सब ठिकठाक
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी एक एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल
Here's some slightly slow and turgid ones and turning ones. This tonight's a good one, I feel. But Nepal have got themselves in a tangle because nobody has been able to support Kushal Bertel. Calvin Goshenjah do what he's been doing all tournament, which is have another significant impact in a very short period of time.
It's just 3.3 overs remaining. Nepal 121 for 5. This is a good comeback by Oman after the power play belonged to Nepal.
Should be a good battle this as well, because Mahmood's going to go pace off again and again. Good dot ball, really good bowling from Mahmood. He's been the pick of the bowlers for me alongside the left arm spinner Nadeem Khan. He'll get the headlines, but Mahmood's spell no less important.
He's been bowling well. Mahmood and Nadeem Khan, he has already bowled his 4 overs. 4 for 20 his figures, whereas Mahmood 2.4 overs, 1 for 14. This is a very good over, just a single in it.
Beats the outside edge, outstanding. What an over this is. Definitely swinging the game in the host's advantage. Oman will feel as though they're on top right now.
Again, off cutter, ball to the left-hander, ball pitching and just shaping away from the left-hander.
Can he close out the over? It's been a superb one. Well, a single isn't going to cause much damage, although they might think of trying to get a second. They will. Jatinder Singh should have held that. Jah was always getting home, and it will allow Bertel to get back on strike. Bowler not helped by his captain there. A little bit of a rush of blood to the head to Jatinder Singh. At the end of the 17th over, Paresh, the score. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Skyworth, Home Appliances.
गजबको पिरो अब 120 ग्राम 20% एक्स्ट्रा तौलसँगै 50 मा गजबको पिरो बबाल पिरो छ
अब होटल बुकिङ पनि यी सेवाबाट
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfi Star Fantasy.
पंचकन्या SS Tech 10 वर्षदेखि गुणस्तरीय सेवामा समर्पित
Completely nonplussed face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lovely rhythm to it. Here comes Jitin Kumar Ramanandi. He won't bowl the final 4 from the same end, but it does look like he'll bowl 4 overs pretty much on the bounce. So he'll end up bowling overs 13, 15, and maybe now 18 and 20. Nepal are in dire need for me of a flying finish. They've got to get up past 150. Can they do it? Haven't been able to cope with the changes of pace. Oman on their home surface, on the pitch they know so well, are putting in a clinical bowling performance here.
Again, this time around bowling outside the off stump, angling the ball away from the right-hander. Excellent, Ramanandi.
Really has been a bit of naivety to Nepal's batting tonight, with the exception of Kushal Patel, who's played so well. He's been the only one to really read the pace and to understand and assess the conditions. Okay, Asif Sheikh did well up top alongside him in that opening partnership, but what can Jah do? Can Jah find a way to clear the ropes? He's done that with great regularity. Tries to, doesn't get it out of the middle. Where's it going to land? Jatinder Singh goes back, doesn't get anything on it. Well, it was a close to impossible chance, particularly with Mohammad Nadeem in his eye line. It wasn't maybe the loudest of calls. There's a lot of fans in here too, and ends up not getting anything on it.
That was very, very high by Gulshan Jah. Jatinder turning back and trying to get to the ball, but couldn't make it. Very, very high.
Just half a chance, but the last thing you want to do is give Gulshan Jah too many of those. He's already hit 8 sixes in this tournament. Alashan Sharafu, the only one to have hit more. He's hit 16, remarkably. We're just got a slight break in play here. Wonder has Jatinder Singh, who, remember, missed the first game in the tournament with, I think it was a hamstring niggle. Is it that, or did he get maybe a fingertip on it and have an impact injury? Oh, down he goes. I think it is the hamstring. Maybe, let's just hope, a bit of cramp. He's going to get some treatment from the Oman team physio. He's so important at the top for Oman. This could be a big part of the game. Let's hope he's going to be okay. Back on his feet now. Maybe he's going to go off. I think Paresh looks to be moving reasonably well, though.
He has been amongst the runs for Oman, leading the run scorer for Oman.
Well, he's going to stay on. Just going to move fielding position, I think. He's going to go to short third. I think what will have played large in his mind there is the fact that if he goes off, he probably won't be able to open the batting, unless he gets back on, of course. Let's get another look here. I don't think there was any impact injury, just maybe that kind of overstretch. And yeah, Nadeem in his kind of vision in front of him won't have helped things. But Gulshan Jah is only going to try one thing here. He's going to be looking for big ones. It's that little hamstring twinge that he has. He'll hide himself away in the field for the final 15 balls of the innings. Where can Jah go? Big swing and a miss. What an off-cutter. Super skills again from Oman.
Excellent bowling by Ramanandi, bowling outside the off stump, just rolling his fingers towards the ball. Pillar smile. I think a joke has been cracked by the umpire.
Well, I think he probably said, how did that miss? Maybe just a coat of paint, nothing more than that. Again, exceptional skills. There are two standing umpires out there. Rashid Riaz. This one's chipped down the ground. Who's got Masur Raman Mukul from Bangladesh alongside him. And then Prageeth Rambukwela is our third umpire. Kent Anam, all the way from Melbourne, Victoria, our ICC match referee. He'll oversee the last couple of days as well that we've got coming up. And Nepal, well shy of where they maybe need to be on a surface like this.
The captain, at the toss, Captain Rohit Paudel said that 160, 170 will be a good total in this surface.
Well, 170 looks a long way away right now. And that's going to make it even further away because Jitin Kumar Ramanandi is pumped up. He's got the big wicket at Kushal Patel. What a talented bowler he is. He bowls the most difficult overs in all T20 internationals. The death overs. He stands up to be counted. It was full, it was straight. The only question was, did it pitch in line? And Bertel has been given LBW.
He had to try to play that shot coming across the stumps, tried to paddle that around the corner but completely missed it. A good innings coming to an end.
Bertel's got to go for 69. Judged LBW. It's 127 for 6.
नेपाटपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाटप सब ठिकठाक
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भनेकै रेड बल हरेक लक्ष्यको आफ्नै प्रकार छ जोशको उत्साहको मेहनतको लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भनेकै रेड बल
Gulshan Jah just hasn't quite found his rhythm or timing. They're going to push hard for the second, but it's straight to the man. Now, tricky position for Lokesh Babb. Did play one game, didn't he, in the Unity Cup against West Indies, but got just 11 balls to make some kind of an impact here.
He's a natural striker of the ball. We saw that in Scotland. He smashed 2 sixes to get over the line.
Such a tricky thing, though, to come in and have an immediate impact. Having not batted the entire tour. Dot ball, last thing Nepal need. You can see what Bam was trying to do, trying to just get any bat in it to get Gulshan Jah back onto strike. Remember, he usually opens the batting, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a natural opener, but we have openers, Kushan Patel and Asif Sheikh. That is why he's brought at number 8.
2 completely different roles, though. Not easy to adjust to them. Sufyan Mahmood, what a spell he is having. The man putting Nepal to the sword. And it's another dot ball. It's another cutter. Oh, they might just scamper a single here. Bam could be run out, but he won't be. And I think it was worth the risk to get Gulshan Jah onto strike. The deflection from Vinayak Shukla's direct hits at the striker's end allowed a quick single to be dashed despite the mix-up. And Bam will get a bye to get off strike.
He didn't have to throw that Vinayak Shukla, telling the bowler to go behind the stumps.
Well, 2 attempts and a run-out in the delivery, neither of them fruitful. End result is an extra bye that will bring Jah back onto strike. Can he punish Oman? He's going to try, but he hasn't got anything of this, I don't think. Long off, goes back. Oh, it's gone over his head. It just kept going. What a strike from Gulshan Jah. Looked like it was going straight up. Looked like it was going to be the 7th wicket. But he's such a powerful young man, Gulshan Jah. He had a couple of extraordinary shots against the West Indies. Here's another one. An almighty 6.
Yeah, the fielder was trying to get under the ball. The ball kept going and going. At the end, he had to tumble down.
He came in at first, didn't he? He's ended up overrunning it. And that's the power of Jah. Just kept going and going. Burst through the hands. Nasty bang as he went down. Jah's got a maximum. Can he get another one? Oh, this is massive. That's the biggest hit of the competition. It's gone over the pavilion, over the car park. It's off to the hockey stadium. Gulshan Jah has just monstered one, 100 metres plus. The biggest blow we've seen.
This had everything, the height, the distance. Whoever has the car parked there, just take those cars away from there.
What a strike. That has to be 100 metres plus. Look at this. Monstrous. He's given it the absolute kitchen sink, and it goes and goes and goes into the night sky. I think it's hit off the rooftop. That one's not coming back. And new balls are called for. Unbelievable audacity and power and quality from Gulshan Jah. He is a precociously talented cricketer. His 10th six of this ICC Men's T20 World Cup qualifier. And real pressure now on Sufyan Mahmood. Edged and taken. And Mahmood strikes back a wonderful catch. It's Vinayak Shukla. And Jah is not happy with the send-off. And now there's more words. And the umpires are going to get involved here. We've seen a bit of this throughout the tournament. It's not needed. But Jah, after two big sixes, he's got to go.
Yeah, trying to come down the track, trying to repeat the dose. Very smart bowling outside the off stump. That was yet another off cutter. Extremely good catch by the keeper, Vinayak Shukla, diving to his left.
Yeah, there's real drama out there. Just to the right of that shot as Jah has to depart. He's gone for another impactful 18, 141 for 6. Sufyan Mahmood is being read the riot act by the umpires.
नेपाल टॉपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टॉप सब ठिकठाक
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल
अब होटल बुकिङ पनि यी सेवाबाट
Over Sunflower Kami to the crease, he's at the non-strikers end. Two massive sixes and then a great fight back from Sufyan Mahmood. Great catch too. Shukla's good work is exemplary.
Yes, and the way he batted the other day, scoring 44 of just 20-odd balls. Changed the course of the game in a winning cause for Oman.
Ramanandi to bowl the final, and he nails that leg stump. Well, it's the second time in the innings a Nepal batter has been bowled exposing their stumps. The first one was the captain, Rohit Patel, and now Lokesh Bam also has to go. Difficult task coming in for his first game of the tournament. He's gone for a third ball duck.
Yes, again tried to go across the line, tried to sweep that ball. Excellent bowling. This was a seam-up delivery by Mahmood to get the leg stump. Lokeshwam has to go for a knot. Nepal 141 for 8.
We've seen.
नेपाल टॉपको विकल्प छैन आजको जमानाको भरपर्दो पाइ नेपाल टॉप सब ठिकठाक
लक्ष्य अनेक एनर्जी 8 एनर्जी भरेकै रेड बल
MIT, an internationally recognized degree. बाग बजार काठमाडौँ यति कार्पेट किन्दा कार्पेटको पछाडि यतिको लोगो हेर्न नबिर्सिनुहोला यति कार्पेटको शहंशाह.
This last over, 5 balls remain. Can Nepal scrap up to 150?
Would be scrapping is right, Paresh. They've not been at their best by any stretch. Nakami immediately hairs off because he wants to, but he sends Nandan Yadav back direct. It would have been gone maybe at either end, funnily, if they'd gone for the second. And probably a good decision not to come back for 2.
Yes, good call by Sompal Kami, just stopping his partner from taking the second run. He was just running towards the keeper's end, Nandan Yadav.
Good fielding again from Oman as Kami goes through the offside, but there is protection out there. Yes, Hamid Mirza, the number 3 batter with throw from long off. Very nearly brought about the 9th wickets. It's fair to say that Oman's strength is their bowling. No doubt about that. So even if Nepal only end up with 145, 150, they'll still have hope and still have a chance. But it's a good surface. This will be under par.
It will be under par. That is what the captain said. They have to score around 160 to 170.
Slower ball. Yadav heaves it down the ground, heaves it all the way. He's added significant power and real quality to his batting since he came back from Australia, young Nandan Yadav. And that's an important moment 150 plus is there for certain now, and the Oman fans up above the Nepal fans don't like it.
This was again bowled a slower one off cutter coming down the track. Nandan Yadav hit it straight towards long on for a 6.
Looks like the top deck is Oman fans mainly, and then the rest Nepal. Flicked into the leg side. Mohammed Nadeem won't be able to stop the second, I don't think. He'll just be happy to preserve the boundary. The 150 comes up. It didn't look likely for phases of this first innings after the collapse, because they had such a good first wicket partnership, and then since then really it's been all Oman. But Nandan Yadav just scraping and scrapping Nepal up to some kind of a total.
151 for 8. Surely the power play belonged to Nepal. They were going at the rate of 9 per over.